Hello Libra, and welcome to your May reading. So, I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. First card that came out, I have a lot of incense. Here we go. I have the King of Wands. Then I have the Six of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. So King of Wands, this is telling me that either at the end of the last month, beginning of May, here is taking a decision, deciding to go for what we want, mastering our willpower. By doing this, it's actually helping you to move to calmer waters, either deciding to get out of a situation, to embark into a project or whatever, but that is going to bring balance into your life, bring the capacity to receive and to give, the balance in the giving and receiving. Six of Pentacles, a bit like Virgo. So there's something similar here in that process of understanding what is balance, what is harmony, what is may the ones that deserve receive from their efforts and so on, to bring back that balance in the giving and receiving. Anyway, under our King of Wands, these three cards came out. Knight of Wands, the Fool, and the Eight of Wands. So this is a very big thrust forward from willpower. This is like, oh my God, this is what I want. I'm going for it, and I'm making the moves for it, which actually brings you somewhere. So, Knight of Wands, King of Wands, Eight of Wands, and the Fool, it is a leap of faith and the willpower and the energy to actually move towards that. After that, I have the Five of Pentacles. Since it's under the Six of Swords, it's like leaving a situation where you did not receive your due. You were left out in the cold. You were abandoned. You didn't think you had enough. You were enough. And all of that Five of Pentacles of where we are in lack and others receive. And this is like this, no, I understand. I'm going for it. I'm using my willpower. Even in the Six of Swords, it is the masculine that is pushing this boat with this wand, with his willpower, so that he can bring his feminine and his inner child to calmer waters. That's your whole persona here. Keeping the wisdom of the situation, but willing ourselves out of it. To get to the Six of Pentacles, because probably we were in a Five of Pentacles here. But it's like this huge fire here to stir you up. And then under our Six of Pentacles, I have the Ace of Swords. Trying to get away to not to have too much flair, but it's kind of impossible almost. Okay, Ace of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. So there you go. Now I understand how to get a turn back on my investment, on what I am creating in life, on what I am building, putting the efforts and to actually finally receive. Under our big decision, thrust forward to, get out of a situation, I have the Eight of Cups. Leaving behind what was not even feeding us emotionally, which you had invested in emotionally maybe, but also that, this way of feeling is not bringing me any happiness anymore. Been there, done that. This is often leaving a status quo where things are not moving us. It is filled with emotions that are not feeding us. And we are deciding, even if we don't know where we're going, we're just taking that decision of there's more out there for me, and I'm taking charge of my life and driving myself there. And so it is a leap of faith also. It's that moment we recognize that our situation is something missing here. There's more to this, to life than this, you know. Under our 5 of Pentacles and our 6 of Swords, I have the Hangman. So that tells me that that movement forward, to leave behind the 5 of Pentacles that did not feed you emotionally, came because you had an enlightenment about your situation. You were able to look at it from a different perspective. You were able to sacrifice being right, or knowing exactly what was going on in your life, or accepting this. This can be also, you know, the mentality of lack. We can get comfortable in it, where I never receive my due. I'm always struggling. And we can get comfortable in this, that this is our reality. So the first sacrifice is to sacrifice that reality and accept that it doesn't have to be like that. And I can will myself out of it. That is a sacrifice of comfort, in a sense, of being a victim of life. So this can be part of it, because here you had to see your illusion, devil. You had to see how you let yourself be a slave of that energy, and therefore using your willpower to get yourself out of it. Bottom of the deck I have Temperance. So all of this, you are going through this in the month of May because you are ready for it. Because there's about 6 months difference here between Sagittarius and Taurus. It's more Gemini, but still we can see here maybe the result of the new moon in Sagittarius. If you remember what you were asking back then, maybe to get out of this situation, to heal your past, to move forward, this is going to bring you next month and at the end of this month to great results. Let's clarify this for Libra. Libra. Let's clarify this for Libra. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Libra. Help me clarify this reading for Libra. 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 Oh. Okay, so here I have the Lovers with the King of Wands. And the Lovers, if I look at this, 5 of Cups, 3 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, this is almost like a situation that was there for a very long time. 10 of Pentacles, and could even be like a familiar pattern passed down from one generation to another, where sadness, sorrowness, disappointments, hurting was kind of part of reality. And this is willing ourselves and taking a decision to rise above that, Gemini. It is an inspired decision, the opposite of this. We are inspired by the divine. Our feminine is inspired by the divine to have more, that we understand that we are worth more, we deserve more, etc., etc. Six of Swords, Spirit. Six of Swords for Libra. Six of Swords. So it is an inspired decision that makes you take that. There we go. We have Libra, Justice for you, Ace of Sword. So you see there's that understanding. Oh my God, I understand, and I'm making a decision about it. This is why I'm using my willpower like crazy to push myself out of a situation, because I see now the whole juggling that was happening in my moon, in my unconscious, in the way that I used to perceive things. The Two of Pentacles, this is Jupiter in Capricorn. And what prevents us to be in full abundance of Jupiter will be shown to us, and this will destabilize us, you know. That's why we understand now the karmic pattern we are in, and we need to completely let go of it so that we can concentrate on just one. That's why it's the dance of Shiva. I destroy what is no longer needed, understand that lesson, been there, done that, and now I am going to concentrate on this new factor of reality, which will be a reality where I start receiving. This is very similar to Virgo. So if you have an ascendant Virgo, if you have whatever moon in Virgo, you should go and listen to it, Libra. But anyway, here you go. So I should just make that stop ringing. Wait a minute. Okay. So there I am back. Okay. All right, so let's look at that Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Whoop-a-lay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a lot, but I see what it means. Okay, Six of Pentacles. First of all, we have Judgment. Judgment, justice. Yes, justice is you, but still judgment and justice came in the Virgo reading also. To rise yourself into that balanced giving and receiving. Because the Five of Swords energy, which is either when we let people undermine us, or we try and get something with the machinery of the mind where we never really win anything and we are not happy. We can win, but it creates so much damage that we don't feel we're receiving anything, you know. So this is a type of energy that happens to us, or that was in us, that just kept you completely stuck into a situation. Eight of Swords, but we see that you're moving on from there because you are rising. And that's the major arcana here. And I have the Four of Wands that probably prevented you to be happy in your home, or even physically hurt you. For some of you, this is almost like hurting oneself physically, in the sense that being in a pattern of a sickness or something like that, and then understanding what you have to let go so that you can bring back yourself into this new life where you can be healthy. For some of you, this can even be talking about health, like finally finding out, you know, oh my God, I am intolerant to something, and it brings me this feeling, no energy at all, being completely drained, and now I can finally move to a more balanced, receiving energy, second life, because this is happening. And others of you, it's more about receiving your due, either financially, either in life in general, and the energy, attention, the senses of the quality of life that we have. This is rising from a decision of getting out of it, but of you using your willpower a lot. Let's look at that Knight of Wands, Fool, and Eight of Wands. Three of Wands, having a completely different magician. Now I am using my will to create my future and what I'm going to receive. A lot of you are getting out of a certain situation where you were stuck, and you're using your passion and your willpower about it. And some of you, it's more of a, it can be of a pattern, of a familiar pattern there. Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles for Libra. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Okay, there's a lot, but the one on top here is the Two of Swords, and the one that fell, the Nine of Swords. Here I have the Chariot. So it was, see, the Five of Pentacles brought you anxiety and worry. How am I going to make it? Why is this always happening to me? And all of that, you know? That Five of Pentacles, that lack. You're done. It's over. You need to understand that. So that clarity that comes with justice here, end of a karma in a way, it is a decision. And in order to take that decision, that's why you need to look at that situation from another angle. And you are getting, see that Ace again, Ace of Sword, Ace of Sword, to finally start receiving from your efforts, from what you know and you do, from what you put out there. Instead of suffering mentally of the lack that you have. And this is like a, in French we'll say ras-le-bol. This is like, I'm not taking this anymore, and I'm just going for it. This is so trust, I don't know, like a fire under you to do that, like Virgos. Okay, so what is that Ace of Sword with the Eight of Pentacles? For some of you, it can also be like, oh, now I know exactly what I want to do. This is what I want to do. And it is going to be something that is going to bring me out of a situation where I was feeling lack and anxiety and all of that. Because whatever it is that you are putting your energy in and finally seeing results, because you have that clear understanding here. I have the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. It is something that's going to fulfill you, bring you emotional fulfillment, a Page of Cups, and excited new beginning. Wands, 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 you know, that idea. There's an Ace of Wands at one point that arrived. We don't see it here, but it becomes like a clarity. Oh, yes, I'm going to take a decision, and this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to finally start receiving from that thing. Like if it's going to change the conditions of my life, but now I am ready to actually make a move on that. Maybe before you weren't ready to make a move on it. But now you are ready to make a move on that idea, on that concept. Leave wherever you were before. 8 of Cups. That you could have been there for a long time, because the 10 of Pentacle did come out. So 4 of Pentacle, Chariot, and the Star. Leaving, like leaving to go for your dream, to go for what you truly want to do. This is using your willpower. Let's say if you were in a dead-end job that paid the bills, give you minimum, did not fulfill you emotionally, or a relationship like that, whatever your situation was, and then finally deciding to go for what you truly want, what is aligned with your star, what you desire, and kind of, I'm going for it. I have nothing to lose now, because I recognize that I am not happy emotionally. I am in anxiety of always lacking and all of that. So I need to make that decision and that readjustment. And this movement, I had to look at the situation completely from another angle, in a sense that maybe it was misery and all of that, but it used to give you a false sense of security. 4 of Pentacle. The hell we know. Show me the Hangman. Two of Cups. For you, it's a relationship, or just like what is around you, the mirrors in your life. What are they really bringing me? What is the dynamic really here? 2 of Cups. Some of you, it's deciding to go for another relationship also, but mostly looking differently at the mirrors in our lives. The mirrors in our life, people in our lives are always going to reflect a part of us. The one that are unpleasant. We need to look at ourselves and think, why do I interact with that person? What do I accept? What does it say about me? And so on. Because a true mirror of 2 enlightened people will be showing the most enlightened places in us. That's why it becomes like you have the Chalices of Hermes and the Red Lion of Alchemy there. So because it becomes a healing and a transmutation by exchanging with somebody that speaks to our higher self, instead of somebody that speaks to our wounds, and that we keep repeating the same patterns here. So anyway, looking at the mirrors in our life, and that doesn't have to be in a loving relationship, it can even be with family. Or friends, or co-workers, whatever. But you had to look at that differently and almost say, okay, I am not accepting this anymore, and I am going for my dreams. Because this is what I'm going to bring forward now. This is the vibration, the emotional vibration I'm bringing forward, and this is what is going to be met towards me. Show me the Devil. So, facing, okay, getting out of the shadow. Getting out of the shadow, it's like finally, and yes, changing the conditions of your lives because you understand. Getting out of the shadow of the Devil is all of a sudden we are in the light, like a tree, we can start growing again. If you are stagnating in a position, it's because you're under him. You're in the shadow. And the shadow is what? Is when our unconscious, everything that is in this shadow is actually having more impact on our reality and our life than our own willpower. And that's why here there's such a big drive of willpower to get yourself out of there. But it has to come through this grasp of consciousness that you have to take that decision and look at things from a different angle so you get that illumination. By looking at this, you will see exactly what was going on unconsciously. And you're able to move on. Show me the devil. Yeah. Five of Pentacle. Five of Pentacle. Your devil was the Five of Pentacle. And now, yeah, Tower and all of that. Eight of Wands. You are getting out of it. Because that was your devil. Accepting this or believing that you weren't enough, or that, you know, your situation or life doesn't give more than what you have received until now. Because we can feel abandoned by people around us, or by the divine, or by the universe. We can feel abandoned in so many ways. And we can abandon ourselves also by accepting mistreatment. We are abandoning ourselves. So here, there's something that you understand about the people in your life that makes you take that decision to get out of it and to put yourself into finally starting to receive. It's like a new cycle. This is deciding to leave misery behind. I'm going to call it like that. But I truly suggest to look at Virgo, because they are going through something similar, but you are at kind of two different positions in the same process. So it would probably help one another to look at one another. Libra. On this, I'm going to send you all my love and light. And I want to wish you to get out of this pandemic crisis in the best way possible. I send my heart to all of you that are directly suffering from this, and or supporting people that are being up front there, fighting this thing. I send my heart and my love to you. Let's use this time, like I was saying, to last month, to analyze, to look at our lives, and to decide what are we going to create when we get out of this. And here, in your case, you are going to make a beautiful change in your life when this thing is over. And so thank you for sharing. Subscribe, please, to help the channel. And the likes and the comments, I read them all. Thank you for the ones of you that gave donations, like usual. It helps more than you think. And I'm going to do a ceremony on the new moon, full moon, to give you back from the universe. And if you want a private reading, the description is below, the address to write to me. And on this, I'm going to send you all my love and light. And I'll see you next month. All right?